Welcome to the season finale of We Are Human, and joining me today are my brothers, Gian Perez, Joshua DaCosta, Seth Echeverria, and your host, Elijah DaCosta. We are Office Hours.
This is actually my first time drinking a Modelo.
This is Josh's first sip of alcohol.
Yeah.
To ancient times and distant music.
There you go.
I guess it would be fair to talk about where the name came from first.
To be entirely honest, neither of us came up with the name. The name was kind of gifted to us by Orlando.
We were at Hannibal Callan's open mic.
It was his graduation party.
Me and Gian saw it on Facebook, and we were like, dude, we should totally do
some music for it.
Yeah, some original stuff. We just released Narcoosy too.
Right.
We just released it. And me and Amelia were working on Blind. So we did both Narcoosy and Blind at the open mic.
Before we performed, we were at a parking lot right across the street from the house, and we were practicing the songs that we were about to play. But I don't even know how we were practicing because you had your whole keyboard.
Yeah.
We had to plug in Josh's big keyboard into an outlet, and the only outlet we could find was outside this
the
building.
Leasing office.
The leasing office.
And then on the door it had the hours.
The office hours.
Office hours.
Written out office hours, Monday, blah, blah, whatever.
Yep.
And so we were like, office hours. That's the name.
You guys have been friends for so long, and when you moved to Florida, I had just graduated, so
Right.
I didn't really get to craft any kind of friendship with you.
It was the beginning of our sophomore year.
Right.
And
the beginning of my junior year.
Me and Gian met
earlier on
in
doing theater.
the first day of high school, in chorus actually.
Right. But we honestly became tight when they approached me about that they were making a mixtape that they were going to rap on. And actually we were also
still coming soon.
Yeah.
we were also talking about how the catalyst really for all of the music that happened in Orlando, in our social group, all came from Misunderstood, maybe the best record of my entire teenage years.
That's funny.
It was like the last chapter of Malcrew.
It was.
That's true. Yeah.
It was.
Well, actually, not even, because we did Sounds from the Attic after
Yeah.
that.
I remember Sounds from the Attic.
That
too.
was hard.
But that was just
hard.
very poorly promoted, so it was kind of just we did it, and then that was it. We
The
had fun.
production on that was ahead of its time, though.
Right.
Way ahead of its time.
Thank you. That means a lot.
I still go to SoundCloud sometimes just to play Soci.
Dude, Soci.
I do remember that it was a period of time in high school when everybody was talking about Misunderstood because people were selling CDs and handing out CDs, and
The
I got
Nation shirts.
the Nation shirts, and I got my hands on a copy of Misunderstood, and I remember listening to that shit ADDO and being like, this is the hardest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Big shout out to Franco.
These dudes made a whole album, and they put it out, and they're giving it to people, and people are listening to it, and their shirts, it felt like you guys were really taking charge of your creativity and activating it, as opposed to just fermenting.
Yeah.
Which I found that I was doing,
That was a big learning curve, that set the stone for where we are today. And
Right.
by we, I mean literally us too, because if it wasn't for those trial and error moments, I didn't know what I was doing. I thought I wanted to rap, and I was making beats.
You can do all of it.
You really can, but I didn't feel like myself. So
Right.
all those trial and errors, I mentioned, really put me to where we are today. And then fast forward later, who knew that would be one of the connecting factors to recording your debut album, your sophomore album, Joshua's album, projects and songs that Seth has worked on, to now what is Office Hours.
We're close to Sunday at this point, honestly. The history was everything that we just talked up until now. Something, something, something. We released Narcoosy, and I was already in school. Something, something, something. We released Sunday. not much happened in between.
You're missing the 2 albums that came out during
Yeah.
that time. Joshua always wanted me to record him, but he always wanted to do covers.
What era of Josh are you referring to?
Pink Floyd.
Yeah. Pink Floyd's like my favorite band. So when I like got into playing actual instruments, I just wanted to play like Pink Floyd, you know.
Is that where the idea for Together came about?
Eventually, that's what it kind of came to. I mean, I got really into like singer-songwriter, and I was writing songs with Amelia. So, yeah, Together was a culmination of like everything that's built up in my music taste.
Joshua finally has enough solid material and is like, yo, I want to make an album. Like, I have original music. I said, bet, let's do it. And that was the turning point of when I got more involved with them. Shortly after Joshua's album, Gian was like, I got an album.
We did like multiple house shows where we did just covers, and then we were like, well, now that we have solo music like available, what if we just did like our solo music? And so then we did more of those, and then it became like we had this conversation where we were like, at what point are we like a band? So then that was it.
And it was summer of 2018 that I left you guys all my recording equipment. I had moved out. The Dean House. Shout out the Dean House. A lot of
Dean
memories.
House.
Shout out.
The Dean House.
Shout out Jose and Marilyn.
Writing music that you want to hear
Right.
is like present with like office hours.
It's a good balance of all of our,
Right.
you know,
Taste.
tastes.
I think that's why we never kind of finished an EP, is because we didn't know how to communicate our own ideas with each other yet. Like, we didn't have the vocabulary to talk with each other about the music that we wanted to make.
It took a while for us to come out with like solid music together, and that was finally our EP, Late Night Korean Barbecue. Which, how the heck? I wasn't even a part of the process for the name. I just remember receiving the text, and I was like, yeah, that's it.
Well, so Elijah was actually the one who introduced us into Korean barbecue. The first one to like ever go to Izzy Bon and show us Izzy Bon.
Justin Connor. Actually,
Justin
like,
Connor, yeah, I
introduced
gotta pay
Elijah.
my respects because
You
Justin
mean
Connor
Justin Connor?
of Chromatics.
Yo, you mean Justin Connor?
This your plug. I need a check.
I remember the night, and we were all at McDonald's, like the 3 of us.
We were listening to the songs, like we had just finished recording them. Yeah, we were listening to like all of them in order.
Oh, yeah,
and then we were like, we were coming up with the titles of the songs too.
Yeah,
And then we were like-
and that's when we decided that we wanted like simple one-worded, song names. And then I don't know, we were thinking of ideas, and I guess the theme of the whole EP is just like night music and materialism. Yeah, I guess so. So I don't remember which one of us threw out Late Night Korean Barbecue.
It wasn't me, man.
I think it was you actually.
I was working so much during that process and time. Like, I really just let you guys have at it, and I recorded drums for Car. Because Car was the first song that we recorded, written mostly by Seth. Am I wrong
And co-written with Josh for DeCosta.
I wrote the second verse.
I wasn't there, so I don't know.
There was 3 sessions of writing it. There was 3 sessions
so like
of
we
writing
wrote
it.
the music.
the time when Seth was.
We'll get there. All right, talk about the 3 sessions.
So I think I came up with the like idea of the song, and I wrote like the first verse and everything. But obviously I needed like their help. Like I couldn't finish it on my own. So I remember.
And you wrote the music too. You wrote all the music.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, Gian wrote the bridge. He like helped finish the song, like the E minor part. Anyways,
Sure.
Okay, sick.
the second session just consisted of me and Josh at McDonald's. He was just kept on asking me questions like how I felt,
That's my process.
literally just how
That
I
is,
felt.
yeah.
That's the music therapist in you, though.
Yeah.
I think, right?
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah.
Or maybe that part of him is what made him want to be a music therapist.
Ooh. But anyways, yeah, so then me and Joshua finished like the verses, and then we had to work on the choruses, and that's when we were with Gian another night here at the Casa Verde, and I was getting tight. No, that's why.
So we had finished the song except for the chorus and the pre-chorus. We were like coming up with like good lines and good melodies, and then me and Gian just like kept going back and forth, and then we were like, damn, like we're so indecisive. Like, Seth, do you have like any ideas? Can you help us out? And then Seth said,
I was tight at that time because I was just like, bro, I don't like any of these ideas, man. And that's why I was like, y'all finish this shit. I'm juiced out.
Seth said, you guys need to contribute. You guys need to contribute because I'm too juiced out right now. And we were doing all the contributing.
It was also hilarious because we felt that it was right to like kind of check in with Seth about any idea that we had because the original song seed like was his. Right. So any idea that we would come up with, we would be like, Seth, like, what do you think about that? And he would be like, like mad quiet. And then it got to a point where we had like written the song pretty much. Like it was done. And Seth goes, honestly, like, you guys contribute. I'm all juiced out. And Josh and I were like, Car, I mean, this is what I mean. Like, Car is my favorite Office Hours song, and that's a Seth song. Like, Seth is my favorite musician.
Remember when Seth got mad at me, you, and Jacob at Uncle Lou's?
Oh yeah.
That was the day after the Halloween show, right? We had the
Yeah, I
shows
think
back
so.
to
Yeah,
back.
it was.
I wasn't answering their calls and shit, and we were literally about to play.
That's so dramatic.
Yeah.
No, but y'all were being annoying.
How?
We were just trying to have a good show, dude, and have fun.
Bro, honestly, that was the best show we
I don't
ever
even
had.
remember what we did.
It wasn't the best, but we definitely had fun.
Is that when we did She Will Be Loved?
Seth wanted to do that song really bad, and I was like, let's not do it, like, because I had to drive back to Tallahassee, so I was like, let's just play a quick set. Seth was like, showed up, and we were like, dude, why haven't you, like, responded to any of our texts, like, called us back or anything like that? And I don't even remember why you were upset.
Bro, because we had the worst show of our lives the day before.
We had a horrible show, but it wasn't, like, our fault.
Dude, that shit is so funny to me, man.
We covered a car seat headrest song. And that
13-minute song that Josh has been wanting to do.
His idea. And I was like, bro, I don't know how we're going to do this. And it sucked. When I tell you it sucked, it sucked.
But I mean, like,
it can't
even
have sucked that bad.
Even that, like, why would Seth be mad at us?
Because y'all didn't listen to me.
Man, knowing
But what
Seth,
did you say? I don't even remember.
Knowing Seth, he was probably embarrassed that the music came out like that, and it was y'all's faces that were playing it.
I was embarrassed, but, like, dude, Mackenzie's family was there.
Like, we were all... Dude, it was the most embarrassing show.
And I still, like, was like, all right, we got another show in 2 days.
I deadass had I was dressed up as Mario in a Mario hat, and I had my head down the rest of the show, bro, with like the Mario fucking hat, dude.
But yeah. So, anyways, Seth really wanted to do that song. We don't have time to rehearse it, so then Seth was like, "I'm just tight because like we played a bad set and like." So then I was like, you know what, Seth, play "She Will Be Loved" by yourself. Like, just play it, be happy, get over it, and let's just play a good set. And
bro,
that's
this
what
is so dramatic. Nothing like this ever happened when I was playing shows with you guys.
I think the one time at Grumpy's, it was the four of us.
Yeah,
that was like
that
the
was
most.
We played Love Bug by Jonah Brothers.
No, Love Bug was at Castle Church.
We played it.
We played it at
that show too.
We played Maggot Brain at both of those shows, Seth, and those were two of our best shows.
Everybody who's told me like that they love watching us, they said Sex on Fire was their favorite cover, bro. Like everybody.
That's the people that went to the first concept only because that's the,
that's
only,
the only
time we
ever
played that
played
song.
it.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we played it another time
once
with Jacob, right? Or no?
We played it once with Andre. Remember, it was like a encore.
Right,
And
when
then we
you
played
weren't
it
there.
another time with just Josh, and it like
three of us.
Your voice cracked on the first time.
Yeah.
Heavy.
Dude,
yeah, I mean we have it on video.
Play it right now.
Play that
say,
right now.
So aside from music, I mean, you guys also have done some sketch comedy with Chili Con Carne.
I think even calling Chili Con Carne sketch comedy is like not fully encapsulating.
Laughable.
It's sketch comedy though. Like at the core, that's what it is to me.
I've always felt like Chili Con Carne was like a YouTube series about guys making a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
But you never like see the YouTube channel that they make. Like their YouTube channel is Chili Con Carne. So the title Chili Con Carne
It's meta.
Like it's a show about dudes making a YouTube channel, and it's like surrealist, like weird, like so stupid.
Dude, it's
man.
cerebral.
But I think that Chili Con Carne just like proves that as far back as we've been friends and like all hanging out, we've been like making shit, and like us hanging out was always like a creative endeavor, whether it was making music or making chili con carne videos or like planning out like
an
shows,
event. Yeah, planning
like
out shows.
yeah, man, Sam fell in love with chili con carne. Sam was my friend from school. Shout out to Sam Dubin. Put a picture of him in here right now. He thought it could be a TV show that that like we should pitch it to Adult Swim. And honestly, I mean, even though he had a point and he was, you know, probably right, like the brand of humor makes sense, but that's just not what, like, chili con carne has always been like our like shit post, you know, of making shit. Like,
it's what we do when we're unmotivated to make music and we don't have any suggestions for movies to watch when we hang out.
You're right.
But chili con carne kind of molded our music taste too, like the like humor that we all bring to like our approach with anything. Like when we do live shows, like that kind of humor that we all share, like that's where like anytime we play a live show, we'll like say something at the beginning, like that idea, or like the idea to come out like stomping, like they all come from this like shared humor that we've all developed.
Let's talk about Sunday really quick. 1 million streams. And correct me if I'm wrong, like right here, right now, let's set the record straight. I remember going to you guys and y'all were making some weird ass music, time travel shit. That would have been fire.
Would have been fire.
But I was like, what you guys need to do is make a solid song that's just got the 4 count, that's gonna have people moving. And then you guys started the song. And then it sounded extremely poppy, and you guys realized like this is not us.
Thank God we fucking released it, to be honest.
Yeah, no. So like one day I got off work and Gian called me and he was like, "Bro, you got to come over right now. Me and Seth just wrote another song for the EP Korean Barbecue." And so I went over and they showed me the song, and it was Sunday. And then I was like, "Yeah, like that's really good."
But it was just the chord progression at this point.
Okay.
We had just written the chord progression to the entire... Like, we charted out the chord changes for the whole tune before we even wrote a single lyric. We wrote the whole shit top to bottom. And that's when I called you.
And then at that point, we told Elijah about it. And we still had nothing. And we recorded it at the Dean House while also, like, recording, routine phone and car. We laid down everything except the vocals. It was mostly you guys that were like not hip to it anymore.
But I remember we were writing the lyrics as Stardust, bro.
At Stardust.
Shout out Murray and Saba.
Yeah, I remember that.
Who gave us like ideas.
Seth and I were kind of allergic to Sunday. For me, I think that I was just like still like immature, and I felt like I was above pop. But I mean, Sunday came out of my mind and Seth's mind, you know, like we weren't above it, man. We wrote it. Like, is the music that we all grew up listening to, like in that song, whether it's like Prince or John Mayer or like all the pop artists that write songs with that structure.
At the time, I think like you had your own album, Josh had his own album. I just felt like I wanted my own touch on things, and the way I wanted Office Hours to sound was like the Strokes. Like that's when y'all remember, like I was heavily into the Strokes at that time, and that's why I guess like, you know, Phone kind of sounds like the Strokes and everything. And I just wanted everything to be more indie rock rather than pop.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I was like against the idea of releasing Sunday, because I wanted us to sound a certain way and everything. Like I had this vision, but you know, obviously, thank God we released Sunday.
Right.
Originally, we wanted to, like, make, or have our music just be, like, rough around the edges.
Right.
So I was cool with Sunday, like, you know, being a part of it, but then they decided against it.
That was in the summer. We wrote everything during the summer. And then you guys kind of scrapped it and were like, let's focus on these 3 songs first. Then come November, the EP is still in the works, like some stuff had to be recorded. We dug up the song again, and I was like, why didn't we release this? And then you guys finished writing the verses, you and
we
Gian.
finished the second.
Shout out to Maria and Saba. I think what releasing Sunday taught me, at least, like seeing the response to it and like pairing that with how I felt about it before we released it, it showed me that like the audience knows best, man. Like they're gonna pick what's cool. Like it doesn't matter if we like do weird time signatures or like crazy concepts or like, you know, even though Late Night Korean Barbecue is about materialism, like people talk about how the guitar solo in Phone is super hard, like, you know, and I'm sure that there's people that like get the concepts and stuff that we put behind it, but like at the end of the day, like people love music and the way that it makes them feel.
All in all, I think the whole experience has been like extremely humbling, because every time people ask like, how did that happen, I'm like, I don't know, God, the universe.
We didn't even market
it. They're just talented writers.
It's
you
the
know?
Spotify algorithm too,
Right.
man.
Yeah.
Everybody knows which Ninja Turtle we are now.
I don't know. I've actually been thinking more and more about this every day, man. I don't know if we
Dude,
know.
I don't know the
I'm
characteristics
Leonardo,
of.
You're wrong about that. You're clearly Raphael, man.
Why?
I'm definitely Donatello.
You're Donatello.
I don't know if he's Raphael.
I don't know if you're Donatello because I associate like no.
Wait, yeah.
I'm trying to think of the reason why you're automatically Donatello. Like, is it because I affiliate you with the color purple, or is it because like I just envision you using the staff that he has?
I think it's because Donatello is like, he's the like rational minded one. Like Donatello is like the like tech savvy, the thinker. Like
Yeah,
that's Josh.
my
man.
Enneagram is literally 5, bro.
You are?
What is
I'm a
what is
two.
that?
I'm a 9.
What the hell is that?
Hey,
What are you guys talking about?
Hey.
What are you guys talking about right now?
Dude, you're a 3.
Is that bad?
No. But you might be Raphael, actually.
Watch me be a 10 guy.
There's no 10.
Bro, aren't you guys both Sagittarius?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm a Sagittarius.
Fuck you.
I love Sagittariuses, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, what's your moon, man?
I don't know. Wait, Aquarius.
Let me check my.
Oh, sick.
My moon is I think my moon is Sagittarius and my rising or whatever is a Scorpio.
My rising is Sagittarius. So we all have Sagittarius in our chart.
Let me check my.
Sick.
I'm checking my co-star right now.
Yes, sir.
My moon is in Virgo.
Bro, I think you might be Raphael, actually.
What is Raphael's characteristics?
He's the hot-headed one, bro. He's the
I think that is that's like the closest Raphael.
Yeah, man. And Raphael, he was like, dude, he was always like pissed, and he was like the
That mood.
he was with the, like, they were all brothers, obviously, but like Raphael was always the one that was like, nah, man, I can't fuck with y'all, like.
He would walk away. He would
You hit the
And you are Leonardo because you're like the
You hit
old
the
one
light,
who's
man.
like,
the glue. Huh?
you hit the light.
Then you're Mikey.
and I'm Mikey. Yeah, dude, I'm
Yeah.
Mikey.
And Logic, you're Leonardo, man.
Wait, so
The
this
glue?
is settled
I
for
don't want to be
good.
Raphael,
The
bro.
glue?
I don't want to be Raphael.
Dude, I think this is it.
I think that's it. Yeah, I
I've
think
been
we
said that I
finally
was
settled it.
Leonardo, man. I told you.
You're Leonardo, you're Raphael, you're Donatello, and I'm Michelangelo.
What numbers are you guys?
Like your number.
17.
Like
Yeah,
your
yeah.
like your angel number.
17.
Hold on, let me think, bro.
He's meditating.
I'm 4,723, man.
If you could be a bender, like what kind of bender would you be? Fire, water, air, or
Air, bro.
water?
What kind would we
Air.
be, or what kind are we?
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
what
like
kind
I
are
know
you?
Gemini is like
Dude,
fire-
you're a fire, bro.
fire sign, right?
Yeah,
I'm a
but I don't
fire
I'm a
think
fire sign too.
Wait a second,
I'm a
Sagittarius.
fire sign too, but I'm definitely not a firebender.
Bro, you're a firebender.
Nah, I don't see it.
Nah, man.
no, Gemini's not a fire.
I'm an airbender.
I
I
think,
f-
isn't
You're a
Gemini-
firebender.
I feel
man.
like at your core you're a firebender, but like you portray everything as like airbender. You know
I'm
what saying?
definitely
so
an
you think I'm
earthbender.
the Avatar? Is what
Really?
you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
you're
he
an
fire?
earthbender.
Is
Super
Aang a
ender.
firebender? I've never.
He's the Avatar.
I haven't finished Avatar.
Bro, then why, bro? Seth can't be a part of
I've
this conversation.
seen Avatar. I just haven't
just
seen the whole
finished it,
thing.
man.
I think you might be a non-bender, man. After you watch the show, you like feel it. You're like,
I think I am a firebender.
I believe that.
Josh, you're a waterbender, bro.
I could see
Why?
Josh as a waterbender.
Josh
too,
is an
though.
earthbender, man.
He has healing properties. He's a music therapist, man.
That's true,
All right,
man. That
all
is
right.
some waterbender
He's
shit.
convincing me now. All right.
Damn, bro, you did your analysis and everything.
Dude, I paid attention to the show. We have to decide on the title right now.
I have no idea what song you guys are talking about. The song, not to get into too much detail, but the song is kind of about like a chance encounter that happens in one night, and then you're sent into like a dizzying like whirlwind. It's inspired by this movie that I actually really dislike called Before Sunrise, where they like meet on a train and decide to spend the night hanging out in Vienna. And like talking all night, and dude, they talk for so long, meeting somebody. Like that's what the song is about, like the aftermath of that.
We've been Office Hours. This is an Office Hours episode, and play the new Office Hours song.
Now! I thought we were all gonna do now together.
No! Right now.
Now.
What was your name? When was the time? How can I shake the thought in your eyes? Who could you be? Where did you fly? Why did you leave? Every day, every night, I got your kiss tattooed on my mind. I see your face. Do you see?
Ooh, that was hot.